Hi guys and welcome back to another video. So today I'm here with Angie and we are in a secret location.
Welcome.
This is actually where she moved. So she left Manila for a more peaceful and more quiet life, right?
Yes.
Location. So she
Slower. It's a slower life.
It's a slower life, but you know, if you go inside the garage, it's not gonna be that slow inside. Tama
Oh
ba?
no, nothing slow in the
Nothing
garage.
slow inside. So we're gonna have. This is the first time that we're actually gonna see the garage. No?
I normally don't invite anyone to the garage, but because you have fixed a few of my cars and it does need a checkup.
Yes,
so
it does.
Definitely, it's a two-in-one where
It's perfect.
you can feature some of your builds that you've helped me with, and then also see some of my crazy projects.
Okay, so I'm really excited to go check out what's inside.
Let's go. Or unless you want to start here first.
So we have an interesting boat here. Can you tell us something about this?
Believe it or not, I actually picked this boat up from Facebook Marketplace
Here in Manila?
in Manila.
Wow, okay.
So weirdly enough, I saw it online and it was just a generic photo with a 1 peso price.
Okay.
I was like, So
What were you thinking? Like,
I was looking for a jet boat, like maybe like just a bigger than a jet ski jet boat.
okay.
Not like this.
Not like this.
But this one said sprint boat.
Okay.
So I already knew na New Zealand racing boat. So I messaged the guy and then he replied, talking technical specs, details, and I'm like, oh, medyo legit to.
Okay.
So gave him my phone number, got on a call, and then he started sending photos of the boat running. And again, he's like, I'm old na. It's a project that I wanted to finish, but I have no time. And I'm like, sige, how much are you selling? He goes, 2M. I go,
For this
"Ooh,
boat, wow.
kind of pricey.
Yeah.
So I was like, sige, pag-isipan ko. And push back. I made an offer at 1.5, and he's like, no, it's too low.
Oh, really?
So, end na, diba?
okay.
And then apparently he had someone looking at the boat. And then I think 2 weeks after he called me, like the other guy fell through. He's willing to sell it now at 1.5.
Okay, and then you got it.
And I'm like, okay. So had the tow truck pick it up in it's like Bataan or something.
Okay, layo.
And then brought it over. We repainted it already. So the special thing with this boat is it's running a 350 small block Chevy engine
It's a V8.
connected to a jet drive. So in New Zealand, they race these boats. It's supposed to be the Formula One for the water.
Okay.
You can pull up to 6 Gs doing turns in this. So it's crazy.
That's crazy.
I have ran it for a bit, but we decided to rehabilitate it further. So we're actually doing a 8-to-1 header system along with an EFI conversion and then an upgraded fuel cell. So after that, we can play with it now on the
This is
water.
crazy. So Angie's not just all about cars. By boat na ngayon.
Well, we live by the lake, so definitely having water toys makes sense. And this is a crazy water
I can't
toy
wait to
test.
see this running. I bet it's
This
wild.
makes jet skis and other speedboats look slow. Like, the jet skiers, they're like, they're going 60 and
Tas
they
ikaw,
feel so
nag-6
fast.
Gs ka din,
Oh my God, yeah, no, this too. And the nice thing with the jet boats is because of the shallow draft, you can go into water that's like
Shallow lang.
4 or 5 inches.
Okay, 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah.
Ganyan.
So you can run by the shoreline basically and
Wow.
splash everyone.
I'd love to see you do that. I'm sure you will. You'll
Sige,
drift this.
Let's
That'll be
go
good.
inside.
Okay, let's go. Wow. It's really like a museum here. Alright, so our first project, we have your
Wife's golf cart.
wife's golf cart. Yeah.
This is Joey's golf cart, and the advanced team came by, and I told them like, I ordered a wrap from Archie a few months
a
back.
few months back.
It's just I've been so busy, so I couldn't do it. And now that you guys are here, it made perfect sense to have
work on
them
it.
wrap this as well. And we have a woodland camo wrap.
It's gonna be very interesting because I don't see any golf carts with that kind of
and
wrap,
it fits
right?
the scenery, right?
It does,
So,
it does,
yes.
it does. So
Obviously, ours has been modified. I have a front lift kit from Jake's. It's a long travel front suspension. And then we did a custom UTV rear shock system, which is also long travel. Rides way better than a standard lift kit on a golf cart, and it handles also better because of the wider track.
So right off the bat, you know that there's no stock things here in Angie's place. Like the jet boat, the golf cart. It's already wild.
Yeah,
so
nothing stock here.
nothing stock.
There's always a work in progress here.
It is. Okay, next we have for SVJ.
Yes.
So we previously wrapped it with matte PPF, and then we did a lot of custom highlights, which look really nice.
I love it. I love the highlights with the contrast. We did some gloss.
Yeah, we did some gloss, we did some matte.
We did a lot of matte.
We kept all the carbon fiber gloss, so she added a carbon lip.
By Rift from KBH, import hookup there.
Hookup. And then we're also adding the roof scoop, right?
Well, we don't have the parts yet. We have the 1016 Industries roof scoop, which we don't have the mounting hardware yet. But we are protecting it already.
Yeah, we're protecting it right now with
So later
glass.
on, when I can mount it, it's done.
Take a look.
Yeah.
So, and you mentioned that you have plans on lowering this even more, no?
Well, okay, so build update for the SVJ. Ordered the Gintani straight pipe from Emperor Motorsport.
Sounds crazy.
And then they're going to retune it with the Flame Tune.
Yeah.
We did Brixton wheels from Keith at import hookup. So we did the Brixton wheel with a Dimag carbon barrel.
Okay.
And then I have some Novitec carbon parts that I've ordered also. It's just additional highlights to the car. And then, yes, I wanted to lower it, but honestly, I mean, it's too low already. It scrapes
so
everywhere.
Low already. And you did change the seats, right?
Oh yes, we did change the seats. So
crazy.
If you look over there,
you see the
those
Lambo
are the
seats.
race seats. They're actually padded already. We sent
Is
it
that custom?
we sent it to Seat Pro to get it padded, but
Galing
those seats arrived. So I ended up buying the comfort seats and
it was too much for
figuring
Angie.
out how to install the comfort seats, wire it in, and get everything to work. Sadly, I still have my airbag light, so hopefully I can clear that soon when I get down to Manila because my scanner is not working. But yes, the comfort seats is a world of difference. I can't go back to the race
I tried
seats.
driving this with those seats, and it was really stiff, no?
Oh, it's
you really
so,
feel
yeah.
it back, like especially on the
it
Corsa
hurts.
mode. Oh my god.
Yeah, well, actually, never even. I stay in the Ego mode, which is soft suspension, and then sport everything.
Have you tried Corsa and like EDSA
no,
and
it's
something?
like-
yeah, exactly.
No,
Crazy.
I mean, shit. If I wanted to be a martini, shaken, not stirred, Corsa.
Yeah, Corsa.
I mean, I drove it yesterday with these seats, and they're so much
Comfy,
better.
yeah.
So much better.
You know, I think you're the only one in the whole world who actually tried messing up with the
Actually,
SVJ seats. No?
yes. If you go on the SVJ Talk forum, everyone's like, did you do it? Bump. No
Everyone's
one's
interested. No?
It's because the seats are so expensive. If you're gonna risk it and not use it, it's gonna be a waste of money.
Correct.
But I couldn't use the car with those seats.
Yeah.
Because
So those seats are gonna be office chairs, right?
yeah. unless someone wants to buy them, which I doubt, right? Why would you go from that?
From that to that.
Unless you're a hardcore track person, so.
We'll wait and see if someone actually makes an offer for those seats.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm open because I'm not attached to it.
You don't like it.
No, I don't like it at all.
Yeah. And then the exhaust is gonna be Gintani, no?
Yes, we're going with the Gintani straight pipe, but I did request for the valve system.
There is?
Yes, the Gintani, Alex from Gintani actually has a version 2 because they were saying the first valve exhaust that they did would melt the valves with the flame tune.
Okay.
So what Gintani did was actually move the valves inward more.
Okay.
So because obviously the flame
At the
needs
back.
oxygen to
Correct.
combust, and inside the pipe you actually just have gases.
Yeah.
So it only once it exits, that's when it actually flames
Flames.
out, right?
Okay.
So by moving the valve inward, they're able to still have a valve system because it's
And
too
it's not
noisy.
gonna melt, no?
Yeah, it's too noisy.
It is loud. Like once you start, it's like everything's gonna shake and.
Oh yeah, and V12. But I think deserving because this engine is a dying masterpiece, and
They say this is the last NAV12 that they're producing, right?
well, they did the Ultime.
After that, wala na.
Well, I hope not because they keep saying that,
They
right?
did.
Lamborghini is always like, oh, this is the last already, but no.
My special
make
edition.
One more. We'll make one more.
One more.
The Countach is based off an Aventador,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
The Cyan is based off an Aventador. The Centenario is based off an Aventador.
So everything.
Everything. So
is.
even the Ultime, which is a mix between the the SVJ and the Aventador S, like it looks half and half.
Yeah.
Even that is just like, why did you make one more reiteration? I think they're just milking.
Yeah,
it.
they are
Oh my
for
God.
sure. Because they have to stop producing this
It's
sometime
a
soon. diba?
10-year-old platform.
It is.
Diba?
It's still a single clutch system, diba?
You know what? I actually got used to it, so I don't mind it, but I hate it in traffic.
Traffic is really bad. Like,
It
have you tried?
lurches.
I mean, did the clutch overheat on you already?
Just parking it here, it overheated on
Exactly.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
It
So-
lurches, like in traffic, you have to wait for it to move and then you move.
Yeah.
You
Kasi
don't-
if maliit lang,
No, you don't make
Overheat
tutok
yan.
because every time you rev it, it's like, oh, yeah. I get. So
it likes to run fast. Ayaw
Yes.
niya lang slow.
this is not a car for an everyday occasion, if that's what you're thinking. But
Yeah.
I love this. Thank you for adding this.
Yeah, so we just added this actually, no?
Yes,
Looks good.
I wanted to match the side
Mirrors.
mirror highlight to give it some more green on the side profile, and it looks good.
Yeah, looks really good. I like it.
Okay,
Let's
moving
move
project.
to the Speciale.
Your favorite car.
My favorite car, yeah.
So why do you like this car?
Well, of all the Ferraris I've tried driving, I feel like the 458 has the best sound
Oh,
right off the bat.
Way.
Even stock, best sound, best feeling, and for me it looks the best.
Definitely, I love the wrap on this car.
I love it too.
It's very iconic because it's the
Very
trans
iconic.
colors also.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I have some few special secret project upgrades for this.
Tell
and
me about that later.
I don't know if we want to reveal it just yet, but it's gonna be special. It's all Italian, so it's gonna look good
It's gonna be another wild project, I'm guessing.
always.
Always.
Because comparing it to all my other cars, it looks so good, but because it looks stock,
Stock.
in a sense.
And you can't have stock cars here.
Oh no, I
Di
can't.
pwede.
And because I want to keep this for the long term, I was
Uh-huh.
like, I'll make it gago a little already.
Okay.
Because diba, it's something I know na I won't have to sell later on and I'll lose value
Yeah,
on
for
it.
sure.
So yeah, I don't mind messing around with this.
I'm really excited on what you're gonna do. I'm sure it's gonna be wild.
Oh, it's gonna look good.
I'm so excited to see. So, okay.
Okay, moving.
Next car.
The next two projects are super special to me because they're wrapped in super satin colors. I really like how these both turned out.
Yeah.
This is the satin gold, where actually Porsche does release a color like this.
They do?
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
PTS color
Okay.
where you have to request it. But obviously, because I couldn't do that, and the waiting time for this, because it's a manual also, the
This is the
waiting
only
time.
manual in the country right now, no?
Yes, it's so hard to actually get a manual. We ended up wrapping it in the gold and matching. In the beginning, I was
yes.
like, gold on gold, ooh, it might be tacky, but you know what?
It looks great.
It works. It
Yeah.
works so well.
It looks really, really nice.
And I get comments like, I didn't know gold would look that good on.
A lot of people told me that. At
Yeah.
first, they were like, gold, it looks a little bit too,
Tacky.
too much, too
Yeah.
tacky. But when we finished
No, it
it's
works.
just right.
Oh my god, I love.
It's
I love.
not too much. It has the thing.
It's one of those when you're gonna lock it.
You can look back again. They say if you don't look back at your car, you have the wrong car.
Yes,
Diba?
I would agree. And you love your car when you double check if you've locked it 3 times.
Exactly.
Did I lock it?
And then
Did
you
I
take a
lock it?
picture after.
Did I lock it? You put it in your chin. Did I lock it?
So, what are your plans for this car naman? Kasi this one, you just did the wrap pa lang.
Yes.
What's
So
next for this?
okay, plans for the 992. I have a JCR titanium exhaust coming, and then we have new wheels coming from ESR Racing, and it's gonna have the Dimag barrel. But we ended up going with the stock size so
Okay.
that we don't sacrifice the ride quality or
And
the performance.
Yeah.
So we're just changing the actual rim, still
Okay.
using gold but carbon barrels.
Okay.
And then I might order the Tech Art front fender from Keith.
With a slats.
Yeah, 'cause that
it
looks
really
good.
good.
So-
Really aggressive.
I'm waiting for the Manthey Racing to actually release the official kit for this
The
car.
992.
Because according to Manthey, they don't need to come in. Unlike the GT2, they want to come in to do it. This one, they're like, we'll just sell it to you and you can do it yourself.
Oh, perfect.
So,
That's what you'd prefer anyway, right?
yeah, super. I mean, as you can see, we
Right.
like doing things on our own here.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's sort of the plans with this. Nothing suspension-wise, I'm not gonna touch it yet. And yeah, just this thing corners so fast. So I'm still breaking it in.
Okay.
I only have
How many kilometers do you have?
600 kilometers. But you don't brake on corners.
Okay.
It's such a
You
weird.
just go for it.
It's such a weird feeling. It doesn't squeal. It doesn't hop. It doesn't.
It just hugs everything.
There's no fuss.
Okay.
Literally, like, I'm constant on the throttle and I'm just doing. And like, that's unheard of.
Yeah. This has the rear steering, right?
Yes, the 992 and the 991.2
They
have
have
the
it.
rear wheel steering already.
So you feel the difference.
Yes, yes. Even the SVJ has rear wheel steering.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
That's why it makes the car feel smaller.
Even if it's a huge car.
Yes.
So
But
big.
actually, it's not that big. I mean, maybe a little wider, but technically beside the Ferrari, it's almost
The same?
Yeah, it
Well,
just
when
looks longer.
Yeah, and actually
flatter.
when we're driving, it feels like it's really wide, really low.
It's not the easiest car to get accustomed to. The
Yeah.
dashboard is long. You don't know where the overhang
yeah, very
is.
limited view also.
The pillars are big.
Yeah,
and,
huge.
And then if you're too tall, like you're
Yes,
maybe
I'm
6 foot,
6'1".
so you'd have that weird like
Exactly.
you see visor, and now with the comfort seats, it's higher.
Higher pa.
Yeah. So with the race seats, you would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But with the comfort seats, you'd be like,
A little bit. Oh, okay. So that's why. But it's
Yes.
a nice car though. Like, it's
Oh.
a solid car. Plus the presence of that is
I think
crazy.
in the collection, that is the most like photoed car
Yeah.
because
I see that a lot actually. When
everyone
peop-
loves it. Girls love it, guys love it, kids love it, old people love it.
Uh-huh.
And I get like video cams from the road.
Yeah.
The other
yeah.
day coming home, I had a truck honk at me and he was doing this.
Rev it down.
So neutral, make him happy. But it's funny,
everyone's gonna be
right?
happier when you have the Gintani.
Oh my god, I think I'm gonna get enemies with the Gintani
Wild
exhaust.
nun, grabe. Like,
Flame
starting
tune.
that. Yeah, flame tune pa. It's gonna be crazy.
Going to the more affordable end of my
Affordable.
supercar
I
collection.
think this is the cheapest car you have now.
No, the JDMs are cheaper, but I've always had a soft spot for M cars.
Okay.
So my first European car, believe it or not, was a E39 M5.
Oh, okay.
And after I shifted to European, I sort of gave up the JDM scene.
Okay.
And I basically stopped buying JDM and went
Full
BM
European,
all
ah.
the way. E46, E30.
I remember your E46.
E34, E38, and I made it a
Okay.
limousine.
Okay.
So I went through the whole gamut of BMWs, and it got to a point where I didn't like the E60. I didn't like the car after that, like
Okay.
the look.
Yeah.
The F10,
The F10.
a little, I liked it a little. And then there was the E92, which also
You didn't get any of those, no?
no,
Wala
I
na.
stopped at the M3, M5 older versions.
Yeah.
And then for a while I also slowed down on the European cars until I guess after when the pandemic hit and then we had to sort of reshuffle, and then I was missing driving a manual because I didn't have the other manuals yet.
Yeah.
And I saw this on the market and I was just like, that's so rare. It's a good price. It
It's
was
a good
from
price.
Raymond.
Yeah, from Raymond.
And I ended up buying it, and then you guys wrapped it this beautiful satin.
Very, very
purple-
Angie.
What do you call this?
We call that a
shade?
satin royal purple.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And then
So-
you helped paint my wheels gold.
Yeah, so we made it. Actually, it's quite similar to this. If you see,
Yeah.
Diba?
It's very
Champagne
Lakers.
gold. Actually, very Lakers.
We're very
And then you
Lakers
did all
here.
the carbon parts, right?
I did all the carbon parts in house. You guys installed the hood, but I installed everything else in house.
That's nice.
Waste of money, but,
But it's
it
nice.
looks good.
It looks good. I
ended
just saw
up
that now.
Doing that, we did the wing also, the double wing look, and then the rear diffuser. I did the carbon seat delete inside.
Uh huh.
I have a lot of parts for this car too.
Dami pa. And you just ordered the new set of
we have
brakes, right?
Carbon ceramic brakes from BMW.
Okay.
I have pure stage 2 turbos.
Ooh.
I have the Vargas crank hub fix, which basically fixes the hub from spinning.
Okay.
And then
Exhaust.
new radiator, we changed the exhaust
changed the
already
exhaust
way
already.
back. Yeah, remember it had that hideous straight pipe.
Yeah. It was so loud.
If you guys watched my previous episode of me picking up this car from him,
We'll post it here,
it
down
was
below.
so bad. And this is like when you started, it's like it
And
wasn't.
it gets louder, no?
It wasn't
Gets
the
louder
straight
pa.
pipe that you were proud of. It
Yeah.
was the straight pipe that you were like ashamed of. It's like I don't want to be
wasn't- it wasn't
seen.
nice, it wasn't nice,
No,
yeah.
it wasn't nice at all. But yeah, still love this car even though it's not the fastest or it's practical in some senses because the boot is big.
Yeah.
Rear seats can fit a
And
lot
it's not
of
that
stuff.
low then, no?
Well, it's still pretty low.
Or sa bagay.
But you know, most of the cars that I do like collecting are manuals because
Yeah.
I feel more connected with them. In the racetrack, I'm so used to shifting paddles with my race cars. So for me on the road, if I have a
different.
chance to do a manual. So we have the manual F430, manual M5, manual
GT3.
992. and then manual
GT3.
997, manual
Victoria.
Vicky, the Camaro's manual, RX-7's manual, Manta's manual, the R32's manual.
So most of them are manuals.
Yeah, I
Parang
tried-
There's only 3 automatics.
I try
4.
my best to
Stick with the manuals.
find manuals.
Save the manuals.
Yeah, save the manuals, and again, I like kicking the clutch because I like going sideways. So for me to have a manual always makes more sense than
Yeah.
that.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I can do funny stuff with the paddles, but it's not the same. If you give me a manual, I have full control and I can basically do anything that you want, like back it up in there, J-turn there, and
Yeah.
so when we did the MSCC meet this year and they allowed me to take out the cup car,
Okay.
and everyone's like, how are you doing that in a stock Miata? I'm like, it's driving style. You basically carry momentum.
So you can technically drift any car.
Any car, even an automatic. It's
Oh.
just all about technique.
Okay.
But it's about, an underpowered car is about carrying momentum.
Okay.
It's not just power
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
have no power.
Yeah.
Unlike these cars where you have too
Kaya,
much
kaya.
power, diba? So even like, let's say your Minty
C63.
C63, I can
Yeah.
drift that, no problem.
I'd love to see
yeah,
that.
no, it's
Let's
easy.
do that one time.
Super easy.
Okay, we'll do that one time.
Okay, moving.
Okay, moving. What's next for you?
So you asked me what was my favorite car, and
Yes.
I have to say it is the 12C McLaren over here because this used to be my father's car,
Mm-hmm.
and it's super special to me because it's irreplaceable in that sense. It's
For
very
sure.
sentimental. We did our own custom wide body kit to
It's
it,
super wide.
so it looks like
Insanely.
yeah, it looks like a 675 LT GT3.
Is it okay if I close this?
Yes, yes. So this is a Darwin Pro
Wow.
Aero hood, P1 style. The bumper used to be a Darwin Pro
Carbon.
675 LT front bumper, which we adapted to make it wider.
It's so wide.
We did our own custom sides and rear and custom wing. So I'm having just a little electrical issues with this, but
Okay.
hopefully in the next few weeks I can get it down to Manila so that we can wrap
Is
it.
this on air suspension?
No, this is static.
It's static.
This is static.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
god, that's so low.
Static!
It's got like 2 inches.
Oh my god. And yeah.
Yeah, that's really low. Grabe. How long did it take you to build this?
This was probably, I'd say 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Because we kept going back and forth in terms of the
Body.
sloping design. And
When you have the exhaust on top,
we ended up copying the 600 LT. So
Okay.
that's an FI exhaust and it sounds better, and then there's flames that come out. I also have pure turbos for this.
okay, coming
And
or installed?
No, it's actually sitting over there near the seats.
Oh, you have an RX-7.
JDM FD RX-7.
Very nice, very very clean.
Yes, we have a Feed GT3 wide body kit coming for this.
Ooh.
And then I'm actually trying to buy the engine of Mad Mike from New Zealand.
Okay.
So-
Why? What's with the engine?
So Mad Mike's a friend, and the engine that he's selling is basically a 4-rotor 26B.
This was a 3-rotor, right?
This is a 2-rotor.
2-rotor, okay.
So 2-rotor is a 13B.
Okay.
4-rotor is two rotors with a custom
Oh,
crank.
Okay.
It sounds like an F1 car.
Ooh.
If you Google 26B, you remember that car?
Okay.
That sounds like an F1 car.
Okay.
So
Wild.
that is the Mazda that had the first 26B.
and this one's gonna have that.
And ever
eventually.
since I heard it from Mike's car in Thailand when
Yeah.
we was drifting and I was the judge, fell in love with it. And I told him, I go, one day I'm going to buy an engine from you.
Okay.
And this year I started chatting with him and like, are you ready to sell me an engine? He's like, yeah, let me make a deal for you.
Wow. okay, so
So-
I can't wait for that too.
Yeah, I'm just doing, I've changed the
Carbon.
headlights also. So I just need to,
She's alive.
It doesn't want to pop up.
Low bat?
No, it's tendered.
Maybe because the hood is open.
It doesn't want to pop up.
Shy.
Shy.
It's shy. Plugged in. Naka-sounds din pala to, no?
Yes.
Noise.
I don't know why we're not showing anything. Ah, there.
Oh, there. Ah, that's cool.
So I ended up changing the headlights to the projector style.
Those are nice.
And I just need to wire it in. So,
This harness.
well, that was the old harness. Yeah, sorry, you can.
Ganda. It's very nice when you see one of these things na mint
There's
condition.
something about the shape of the
RX-7.
RX-7 that really looks super classic.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like the Pininfarina of their
Right,
time.
yeah.
Because if you compare it to the other JDM cars of this era,
It's very different.
this is sexy.
It's very curvy.
Yeah.
Unlike before na, it's like
So,
edgy.
diba, same batch yung R32.
R32. Yeah, but very layo.
And that's boxy and
Yeah.
angry. And this one's always been nice and
Curvy.
curvy. Yeah, so.
This one actually looks modern pa, no?
Yes.
As compared to the cars at the time.
And I'd rather buy this than an RX-8 or. a new-
RX-8 didn't sell that much.
No, it was actually a flop, I think.
Yeah.